Hi, welcome to Conversion Conversations. This is Cameron, and today I'm taking a look at Transformers Generations Legacy United Star Raider Filch. And here is Filch from the Robots in Disguise 2015 cartoon. A really extensive remold of Transformers Generations, War for Cybertron Kingdom Air Razor. Filch looks fantastic. This was the toy I was most excited for. I think most of the fandom was most excited for. It sold out very, very quickly online. I actually didn't get a pre-order in for Filch at all. I ended up finding her while I was in the UK. Thanks to, shout out to Kieran Hardy, a friend of the channel. Was able to find Filch in a shop, directed me, and I was able to pick her up. I want to say, starting out, that this is my favorite of the deluxes. Does so many cool things. The base mold, to start with, is just a really good mold. Filch, the Kingdom Air Razor mold is a great bird mold. I think it does a great job having a lot of good articulation. There have been significant changes here. The biggest thing being this style. Obviously, Robots in Disguise 2015 had its own unique style, so Filch kind of goes with that more exaggerated, cartoony head sculpt. We do have an articulating mouth here, which I do appreciate. We also have an articulating neck, which it's a carryover from the base mold. So the fact that this can swivel as well as go up and down is great. The wings are a little different, and here's where things start changing. I'll do comparisons of the mold, but in terms of articulation on the wings, we have this joint here, and then we have this joint here, and we have this joint here, and then we have this peg that goes in. This is the unique part, where we did have a swivel on the original toy. It was a little more flush because it was integrated. The idea here is you can detach this, but it does still get us, a really nice wingspan here, which is awesome. We also have, the ability to curl around if she wants to, be up on her perch in her nest, kind of looking around things, and we can go ahead and bring in Air Razor. So we can see kind of the differences between the molds. When I'm talking about wings, obviously, like, we've gone from a very organic wing structure to the more metallic Cyberverse one. I am a little bummed that there wasn't more remolding. Like, we got this piece, right? This piece here is remolded, but it still looks organic. Filch was fully mechanical. I understand that it's cost savings, but basically the fact that we still have organic feathers here and here is a little bit of a disappointment, even though they do a good job hiding things a little bit with this little backpack piece that isn't on the original. I do like that a lot. The legs are also updated. If we take a look here, we've got slightly different shins. These little pieces are the same, but those already look pretty good and robotic. So I do dig that there. And obviously we've got, double jointed articulation and a ball joint at the bottom here. So it is impressive how much remolding they did. I would have liked just a little bit more to clean up these organic details on the back. But as is, Filch still looks pretty great. And if you're comparing her, obviously there's the rest of the Star Raiders. And I do want to do this comparison in robot mode because to their robot modes, because Filch really only appeared in beast mode in the show. I don't remember her transforming. I think we got to see her robot mode in some line art from the collectible cards. But this looks really neat. I like this as a crew, her being kind of like in her bird mode, manning like the lookout's post or something. I dig that a lot. And then if we're looking at fellow RID 2015 molds, if we're talking about our Predacons that are in their beast modes, here is how she looks next to Scorponok, and they look great together. Or is it Sandstorm? I actually genuinely forgot this guy's name. I think he's just Scorponok, right? But they look awesome together. I think they did a great job of capturing the show's style in this head sculpt. The transformation here is exactly the same as the Kingdom transformation, so we are going to fast forward through it. And in robot mode, Filch looks pretty great. Again, this is based off line art from a card or some other, not her cartoon appearance. The only complaint, and it's not something they could really fix, she does have these wings on her forearms, but in her art they are much smaller. It would have been very hard. Maybe if they had done one more joint here, and then separate out the wingtip just at a smaller location. But as is, I mean, we have what is there we go, can we get it in? There we go. A fantastic head sculpt. Really grabs the RID 2015 style. I think she looks so good. I love the colors. I like the colors in her beast mode. I like them even more here. She's got the Star Seeker logo right there. It's a little hard to make out. It's black on this deep blue. And yeah, just I think overall looks pretty fantastic. All the same articulation as Airazor, nothing new here. She is svelte and, you know, looks kind of heroic even though she's a Decepticon. Really just looks great. And amongst her, I'd say she looks unique amongst her crew. So, you know, her fellow crew members here, we've got all the Star Raider deluxes. And I think, I mean, part of it's nostalgia. I have a lot of love for the Robots in Disguise 2015 show. Part of it is my love for beast modes. Part of it is just the general like Star Raider grouping. But this might be my favorite wave of Legacy United, even though it's part of a subline. I mean, we've got two great Junkions. Those are just really solid. We've got Cannonball, which was my favorite toy up until I got Filch. As deluxes, everything here feels like it hit it out of the park. The weakest one to me is Lockdown, and the worst thing I can say about Lockdown is, yeah, there are better Lockdowns, but he's still just a great Junkion that you can rip apart and play with. In terms of, you know, the other like Robots in Disguise stuff, I think she fits right in. If you just got this not as her Star Raider, but just to do like the rest of the RID 2015, you know, Decepticon crew, I think she looks great. If we put her next to some of her fellow cons, she's probably the best looking one. And obviously this line, the toy line, the designs from Robots in Disguise 2015, I think are amazing. Especially when we got boys like Bisque here. But the toys did not live up to the designs of the toy line, especially things like Steeljaw here. That being said, Filch does. I mean, I think she does a fantastic job representing the character on the show. She looks really great. The only thing she's missing, I guess, to be consistent with everyone is like the little QR code sticker, which is fine. It's okay that isn't here. She just like looks really good. I'm gonna be torn to put her amongst like the Star Raiders. I'll probably put her with the Decepticons, especially, you know, going up against an Autobot here. I think she fits in really well as just Transformers Generations Legacy United Robots in Disguise 2015 Filch. And again, we can see how extensive the remolding was here between Airazor and Filch. They did a great job with this remold. Might be one of my favorite remolds ever. I think the base mold is already really good and solid. The new one looks fantastic. I will note, let's see, this joint right here, it was very tight to the point that when I was first playing around with the toy, I was worried about breaking it, and I was worried about like this one. This one I'm worried about twisting that and just tearing the plastic. This one seems to have come loose. If you have a Filch, I would be very careful. You might need to do a little bit of separation. It is supposed to articulate. I need to go in there and try and fix that because I don't want to like stress and tear the plastic. That is a big unfortunate quality control error. I don't know if that is consistent with all the Filch toys or if mine was just slightly misassembled. What it looks like to me is if we're looking at this joint here, it went in straight, but this is coming in at an angle. So I think that does require some slight disassembly to see what's going on there and fix that articulation. If you notice, like, I don't want to put too much stress on it, but it is not really moving very easily. So that I think I forgot to mention that earlier. I did want to make sure I included that. But yeah, as part of the Star Raiders, she's still, even with that quality control error, she's still my favorite. Just a fantastic toy. And I'm really, really happy I was able to get her in the UK. That being said, before we call this a review, I do have a winner for this lockdown to announce. So let's go and see who Lockdown's winner is. All right, let's announce the winner of Transformers Generations Legacy United Lockdown. Over here on the left, per the usual rules, are all the comments of the YouTube video. If you left a comment, I always appreciate it. It's always nice to talk about Transformers with people. If you entered the giveaway by answering the question of the day about your summer, then you got a heart, and that is how I kept track of everyone who entered. Over here on the right are the 24 entries. Skeleton, I know you were concerned about entering too late. So, yes, you... Technically, I normally announce the winner, or I draw the winner on Friday, so this would have been too late, but we had the really bad storms with the hurricane and everything. There was a power outage. I didn't get to record this last night, so you made it in by the skin of your teeth. And let's see who our winner is. Ran between 1 and 24. Our winner is number 20. Number 20 is Transformers Fan. Congratulations to Transformers Fan. Per the your summer, worked. Oh, sweet. All right. Yeah, you worked and played video games. That's a good summer. Reach out to me on the various social media. We'll get Lockdown packed up and sent your way as soon as we can. And don't forget, we are raising money for Extra Life. So check out our Extra Life page. The link should be down in the description of the video. You can still donate, and you'll be entered to win some awesome Transformers prizes. We're raising money through November, and then we'll announce the winners during our November live stream. We have a video coming out about it next week. But congratulations again to Transformers Fan. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.